What's up, HRV? I'm Grace Clute.
And I'm Lourdes Chamorro. Welcome to a special coronavirus edition of What's Up.
With things related to the virus happening so fast, we thought a word from the principal would help separate facts from rumors. We talked to HRV Principal Rich Polkinghorn today, March 13th.
Before we knew about school closures, we had talked to science teacher Ted Kramer to get some info about the science of the virus and how we can limit its spread. We'll show you that interview right after Mr. Polkinghorn.
What's up, HRV? This is Mr. Polkinghorn talking to you guys about coronavirus and the effects that's having on our school. As you all know, schools closed through March, and that has a big impact on our community, of course, as schools are often a safe harbor for many of our students, a place where they can get meals and a warm place to be for a few hours. So it's a difficult decision. Of course, it was directed by the governor. And so what some of the things that are happening around Hood River with school closures that you should know is that the school district is currently working on a plan to provide meals for students at different campuses across the valley. And so that information you can find out more about on our district website. The other thing that you want to know about is the closure also affects all extracurricular and sports activities. Those are closed also. They're canceled. All games are canceled. All practices are canceled. And that is a district and OSAA announced closure. Yeah, definitely this is a very dynamic and changing situation. The information we had yesterday is different than the information we had today. So the best place to stay up to date on all things about our school district and schools is on the school district website. There'll be lots of information there about what's closed, what's canceled, what's open, and you also can call the school district. The school district office will be open next week, so you can check in there if you need to as well. Hola HRV, ¿qué pasa? Este es su director, señor Polkinghorn, y estoy aquí para hablar con ustedes sobre la coronavirus. Y hasta ahorita ustedes saben que las escuelas están cerradas por todo el resto del mes de marzo. Y unas cosas que debes saber es que nuestras escuelas de vez en cuando son lugares seguros por nuestros estudiantes, un lugar donde estudiantes pueden comer y tener un lugar donde pueden estar seguro con comida. Entonces, el distrito está tratando de hacer un plan para asegurar que hay comida disponible a los estudiantes en varias escuelas. Entonces, si necesitas más información sobre eso, se puede ir al internet para ver en el sitio del distrito para encontrar más información. Si yo recibo información sobre eso, yo puedo hacer un mensaje a los estudiantes y las familias sobre eso también. La otra cosa que debes saber es que todas las actividades en el distrito son, yo no sé cómo se dice cancels, pero son parados, no podemos hacerlos. Entonces, actividades extracurriculares con los deportes, todos no podemos hacer ninguno de eso. Si necesitas más información sobre esta situación, es una situación muy cambia mucho y la información que tuvimos ayer es diferente que tenemos hoy. Entonces, si necesitas más información o si quieres saber lo que está cerrado o no, se puede ir al internet, al sitio del distrito de Hood River County para encontrar más información sobre esta situación.
Yeah, so I would, there's two basic differences, whether you're trying to kill the virus or whether you're trying to remove the virus from a surface. So the easiest thing to do is remove the virus from a surface, and that's just soap and water. And that's probably the safest for any of your electronic stuff, because spraying any kind of like weird cleanser, you want to be careful with, especially like touchscreens. Sometimes they're sensitive for like what you put on them. So I'd recommend, especially since it's just your phone and you're the only one really interacting with it, just soap and water. I would put soap and water on a cloth and then rub your device with it, as opposed to spraying your device with the soap and water, because that might leak into it and damage it. So get a damp cloth, clean it, and since you guys are the only ones really using that device generally, you don't have to do that too very often, right? It's more about you getting stuff on your hands and then getting them on your phone and then transferring that to, getting close to your mouth or something like that. So if you just clean your phone, once every couple of days, I would say would even be plenty. That'd be a good idea at this point.
Okay.
So in terms of coronavirus, sanitizer is potentially killing things that are on your hands. So sanitizers, what we've been using, and some teachers in the science are like 10% bleach. So end of the day, we're trying to like go through our rooms and clean everything with bleach. Well, not everything, but the stuff that students generally interact with, like wipe that stuff down with 10% bleach. Because that definitely kills the coronavirus. Whether, they kind of talk about percents of alcohol can kill, and most hand sanitizers are usually just kind of some kind of alcohol mix. And they're somewhat effective, but not, like bleach is the good thing for those. So I would just try and get stuff off of your phone, but limit, spraying any kind of chemical on your phone, because that could potentially damage it. So your particle masks are good to talk about because they're completely ineffective for you getting exposed to something. They are not going to prevent because the virus is tiny. It's like micron size thing. So it's going to go through any sort of opening. It's kind of like thinking about having a chain link fence stop like ping pong balls. Like ping pong balls are going to go right through the fence with maybe a little bit of resistance, but they're going to get through. So they're not going to prevent you from getting exposed to the virus. The place where they are useful is if somebody is sick and has to be around people, it's good for that person to wear a mask, just like it's good to like cough in your elbow or cover your mouth when you cough, because then you're minimizing the amount that you're spreading the virus to other people. So they're good for people that are sick to prevent exposing others, but they're not good for you getting exposed by others, right? They're basically useless at that. Yeah, the only two things that I've been looking at are the CDC, the Center for Disease Control, and that's the US's base for, public health information. And then on a worldwide basis, I've been going to the WHO, the World Health Organization. And other than that, and especially not even just paying attention to going to those for information, but if you're listening to anybody that's talking about it, they should be citing facts and things from the CDC or the WHO. If they're talking about, what Gentleman's Quarterly is saying is the best hand sanitizer, like just disregard all that stuff, because it's time to get your information from good sources.